Let us try the forest sunrays landscape by James Julier using HiPaint. Warning, long video ahead. Let us start by opening HiPaint app. Now add a new canvas on 297 times 210 pixels on 300 pixels per inch. Typically this is the A4 size canvas. We will be using just 2 default brushes from HiPaint so others can follow along. First, we need to input the palettes as per given code and arrange this in 3 sections as shown. You may check in description or download the file and import to HiPaint. Choose the second color top row and fill on layer 1 as background. Add a second layer and use the third color on top row and use airbrush to draw a valley as shown. The brush is found under airbrush and select the medium nozzle. You have to lower the hardness under shape in the brush settings. I simply added the brush under favorites to access it quickly without going over the group brush, so to add to favorites, just tap the heart icon and it will be added. Start painting your valley and adjust and move downwards if needed. You can fill or paint manually as shown. Tap the selection tool to move up or downwards. Add the third layer and draw some random vertical lines as your trees. Note that we are still using the airbrush and same color. You may adjust the thickness of brush according to your preference, so just paint with no worries. Change the brush to smoke and start painting random leaves on top of your trees. The smoke brush is located under elements. Feel free to experiment on the leaves and look for reference, or just paint randomly and leave a blank space in between the trees. Once you're done, simply select layer 3 and change the opacity to 60%. Add the fourth layer, still using the same color and smoke brush. Start painting again the leaves. Change back to airbrush and draw again the trunks of the trees. Add the fifth layer, select the fourth color, and change to smoke brush, and set to 80% brush opacity. Start painting and fill everything on the ground. You may paint over the leaves as well. Add the sixth layer, then change the color to the fifth on top row. Again, darken and paint over the ground. Add the seventh layer, now change to airbrush, and maintain the fifth color on top row. Start drawing some trunks with some branches. You may adjust the brush size to draw your branches. You can add as many as you like. Once you are okay, add the 8th layer just above 6th layer. Change brush to smoke and add some leaves, still on the 5th color top row. Still on the 5th color from top row. Adjust the opacity to 90%, then start brushing more leaves on the background. Select the 7th layer and activate Alpha Lock. Same smoke brush, then change to the 6th color from top row and set to 30% brush opacity. Start brushing over the trunk of your trees. You won't barely notice, but I'm applying some on the trees, which darkens a little bit. This helps in bringing out the trunks from your background. Switch to the 7th color from top row. Change to airbrush and same step, brush over your trunk of your trees. Also set the brush opacity to 30%. The effect is more visible with the airbrush as shown, making the trunks more darker and separates from the background. Go back to your 6th layer. Also change the color to the 5th color top row. Switch back to smoke brush and set to 80% opacity. Start painting over the leaves. Switch to airbrush, set the color to the 3rd from top row, and adjust brush opacity to 10%. the middle of the canvas to lighten the background where the leaves of the trees are about to meet. You may barely notice the difference, so no worries at all. Switch back to Smoke Brush, set the color to the 8th from bottom row, and adjust brush opacity to 60%. Start painting some leaves near the middle where the sun will have its rays coming in. Add the 9th layer just above the 6th layer. Now change the layer blending mode to Add. Change the color to the 10th from bottom row. Set the brush opacity to 5% using the airbrush. We will use this to paint the location where the light of the sun will be coming from. Let's lower the brush opacity to 3% to draw the sun rays. Lower down the brush size as well. Still, we are using the airbrush to paint the sun rays. Rotate your canvas if needed. You may add a 10th layer and leave as blank, or just add a new layer and rename as 11th layer, since from James' tutorial at the end of his video, he deleted the 10th layer. Select the 6th color on middle row with the smoke brush with 100% opacity and add some leaves for the trees. Now select the 3rd color from bottom row with the same smoke brush and add more leaves. Next, select the 1st color from bottom row and paint more leaves as needed. You may go back and forth from the 6th color middle row to color 3 and 1 from bottom row if necessary. Let me just rename the layer to 11th and add the 12th layer. We move back to the 5th color from middle row with the same smoke brush, and let us start to paint over the ground. Again, no specific pattern, just random to create those foliage. Move up to the 6th color middle row and paint along the ground area. the 7th color middle row and repeat the painting process. Now to the 8th color middle row and same as previous. Now to the 9th color middle row. To the 10th color middle row. To the 9th color top row. Paint these darker shades near the bottom of the canvas. To the 10th color top row. Let's add the 13th layer to cover the lighter shades being lighted by the sun to our ground area. Same smoke brush, but let us lower the opacity to 80% and start with the bottom row's color starting from 1 to 8 except the 7th color. We start near the bottom of the canvas, going up as we apply the colors. To the 2nd color from bottom row. Now to the 3rd color. Fourth color. Start from the middle section and imagine these are the areas being lighted by the sun. Fifth color. Sixth color. Eighth color as the brightest, so just paint where you think where the sun rays can reach. We now change to the airbrush with 20% opacity and selecting the first color from bottom row to subdue those highlights. You may randomly paint over those darker areas as well, depending on your judgment. Now we can add the 14th layer for the rocks. Make sure to rename those layers so you won't get confused. airbrush, but with 100% opacity to paint some rocks. We will be using the 10th color from top row. Start painting your rocks of any shapes. No need to fill up the whole ground. Just set up some few random rocks to bring more life to your paintings. Once you are okay, select the 14th layer and turn on Alpha Lock. Now start from 9th to 8th and 7th color from top row to paint over your rocks to add those lighter shades. Eighth color. Seventh color. Ninth color from bottom row and lower opacity of brush to 50%. This will be for the highlights on your rocks. Just brush over the top of your rock edges and areas you think will catch some light from the sun. Now, we add the 15th layer, where we now paint some prominent trees. Still using airbrush, we set it to 100% opacity. Then we select the 10th color from top row. You may search for some references on how to draw trees as I randomly paint the main trunk as I insert those branches. You can switch to 9th color top row and add some lighter shades to your trees to give some contrasts. Select 15th layer and turn on Alpha Lock. Select the 8th color from top row, then start brushing over your trees. Switch to the 7th color top row. Switch to the 10th color from bottom row and set opacity to 40%. Note that we are still using the airbrush. Now paint some highlights over the trunk edges. Since the tree to the left are the ones most exposed to the sun rays, then they get more of the highlights. Move back to 9th color from bottom row and paint over the edges. I'll put some highlights too from tree to the right, so it won't look dull or too dark. We may apply some smudge on the tree roots to help it blend with the ground. You may select the smoke brush to be used as smudge as shown. Before you smudge, make sure to turn off the alpha lock for the 15th layer, which I forgot and has no effect as I smudge over the bottom of the trunk. As you can see, nothing is taking effect since it's still on alpha lock. Add the 16th layer and drag on top of layer 14. Let's switch to the smoke brush with 100% opacity and choose color 8th from middle row. Now, we paint again some leaves behind our tree trunks. We move to the 6th color from middle row. Again, we paint some leaves behind the tree. Now, we switch to color 1 from bottom row. You may add some foliage on the ground as well. Add a new layer as our 17th, still on the smoke brush with 100% opacity. Select the 6th color from middle row. Let's add more leaves for the trees, this time from the front. Next, we pick the 4th color from bottom row. This time, we paint some leaves in between the trees on the middle to reflect those leaves lighted by the sun. We now switch to the 5th color from bottom row. We may now paint some foliage on the base of the tree. We can also add up on the leaves of the tree. Let us go back to our 9th layer and enhance our sun. First, we drag it above layer 8. Select the 10th color from bottom row. We now set the airbrush opacity to 5%. We just have to paint again the sky where our sun is located. Now, we add our last layer, the 18th layer. We will change the blend mode to add. Same airbrush set to 5% opacity with the 10th color bottom row as we start to enhance the sun's rays. We go back to 15th layer, make sure to turn alpha lock, airbrush on 20% opacity with the 7th color on top row. We will paint over the trunks to subdue the colors. Go back to layer 6, use the smudge on 50% opacity and smudge over the foliage. Repeat on layer 5. Do the same on layer 14 on 100% opacity and smudge the bottom of the rocks. Go back to layer 17. Use the airbrush on 30% opacity with the 5th color from bottom row and paint over the ground. Switch to 6th color bottom row. Switch to 8th color bottom row. Switch to 1st color bottom row. On the same layer, select the 8th color from bottom row and add some grass. Same airbrush on 30% opacity. You can experiment whether you add some grass or any vegetations you can think of. You may switch to 5th color bottom row. Move to 9th color bottom row on 40% opacity. Move to 10th color bottom row. Last step is to duplicate the 18th layer, then set layer opacity to 20%. You may check on description on download links of the color palette files and brush with the Recreated Rainforest and Tarraleah brush so you can replace the brushes used in this video. So that ends our tutorial as we tried to duplicate the PROCREATE tutorial from James Julier with the use of HiPaint default brushes. Hope you enjoy and learn something.